G'day guys, some additional chill time with Jose. I'm Jose here. I'm gonna be, well, your desk host. We're gonna talk about something I noticed with Black Lives Matter, the protest recently, and there's a banner in there that says silence equal violence. And I really want to discuss something like that because it's a very, very negative connotated sign. It's a very, very, it doesn't build relationships. It actually puts the relationship being on an issue, whether being right or wrong, or the dominator and the dominated. And I learned this from my self-help course on Landmark that you really got to enroll the person to the possibility, of what your cause is going to be, whether it's going to be defund the police or, making sure that racial profiling doesn't consider, or make sure people don't die in custody. That sort of cause. You got to enroll people in it, and forcing people with this banner saying silence equals violence sort of thing. When the middle ground, like some people, like I can tell you now, some people just don't care, don't care about this at all. I know you guys may be hyper emotional and caring about it a lot because it does impact you, but some people just don't care. Like, it's a sad fact of life is that I can tell you now that 99% of the people in the world, maybe even more, don't care what you do. Okay, they don't actually care. Like, there's people out there searching for people to care, but it's just very, very few people. That sort of thing. And that's what I feel about, this as well. Some people may not care, and some people just don't know the right opinion. They don't want to say anything incorrect, because they've also got this cancel culture guillotine over their heads as well. If they say like a eeny beady bit thing out of place, out of your from curriculum or other side's curriculum, you basically put the guillotine down and start cancelling them. Like, that's why some people are afraid as well. Like, they're not sure. You can't really hold the guillotine over the person's head and then be like, you have to go to our side or else. That people resent that. Like, some people do cave in and some people do resent it. And just please don't do that with your protest. Just please don't put that guilt there. Don't put that silence equal violence. Explain your argument, like what your argument's about. Saying people should be dying in custody, then chokehold shouldn't be there and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Put that in your argument. Say maybe police don't have to do that. It is actually harming lives. Maybe they can do something that's a lot better to subdue rather than these methods that could potentially be lethal. Improve the police force as well, and basically have more accountability within it as well, to make the police cops better and to restore trust within the community. That's the possibility that I hope you guys are trying to create, is that the cops and the African Americans are on better terms than they are at the moment, because at the moment they're on pretty bad terms. And it's just disappointing to see people trying to force people on one side or the other. It's not going to help your cause, bro. Not at all. Like, people are going to just shut up even more. They're not going to say anything. And you guys say that the violent ones, no, they just don't know. Like, sometimes you got to educate these people because these people just don't know. So you can't antagonize people at all. That's why, in debating, you don't antagonize the audience. You never antagonize the audience. You basically make your argument more presentable so the audience is more aligned to believe you and what you say, and envision, what you say, what you do and what you say is, doable. So guys, just please, before you try to enroll your friends into the possibility of making the cops more accountable and stuff like that, to not really guilt trip. Don't use emotional guilt tripping, because that's being forceful. And try to really enroll them on a possibility of and listen to their suggestions as well, of making the American police force more accountable, potentially making it better, and be able to restore the trust of the community in America, because it's definitely near at the moment. Because at the moment, it's not de-escalating, it's escalating, and the trust is being pretty much eroded away. And I hope you guys, understand what I'm trying to say. If you guys not understand what I'm trying to say and try to say something I'm not, then obviously we're not going to be good friends. Pretty much that's it, because you've gone too far off the edge and you're not listening. Okay, that's the point. We're trying to make sure that your movement succeeds. And don't lather yourself with your movement succeeding by what I'm trying to say here. This is one of these moments, by the way. Don't try to lather yourself that your movement succeeding purely because of the violence and stuff like that. It's purely because of the peaceful protests, the guys that come out with good ideas, and the cops that agree as well. They want those ideas as well. They want to make sure that none of the bad apples are still in the police force, and they want to make sure that everyone's held accountable as well, and they want to make sure people like them. People are laughing at the fact that the Austin Police Department had to write their own letters And it's probably because of the fact that nobody does like them, I'm going to say. Like, no one really does thank the police, to be honest, for some of the jobs that they do, you know, from, there's no appreciation, I feel, there either. But then again, they deserve some criticism. They deserve, to slap on the wrists and maybe a bit more, hit on the knuckles and stuff like that, and a slap on the back of the head because they've been, they've been pretty poor. They have been pretty poor. Anyways, guys, the message I'm trying to get across is that what you guys got to do is you guys got to kind of work together and kind of enroll the population in general, okay, to your side. Most people are already on your side, to be honest. You probably don't need to do much enrolling. You probably just have to go, okay, African Americans being targeted a bit more by the police. The confrontation's a bit high. We need to find out what's going on and how we can resolve it. That sort of thing, there's body cams, one idea. And, the multitude of ideas that you could probably come up with the middle ground people could be massive in the future where African Americans and police will be on better terms than before. So, guys, just please keep an eye out for that as well. And don't put any slogans that could force, that feel forceful rather than enrolling, rather than encouraging the person to jump on instead of forcing them to jump on. Anyways, guys, that's my take. It's the Jose take. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm not sure what's going on either. I don't have all the knowledge about what's going on. I can pretend I do, but I don't. And I just want to know more. And that's what my point of view is on some of the things that are coming out. Like, I'm definitely donated $50 to the Minnesota Cash Bail Fund. I actually have suggested some ideas as well. Getting rid of the cash bail system because I think that's pretty stupid. Because that will impact a lot of poorer families as well, where a person that goes in jail might be the main breadwinner, and that impacts the family overall. I think that's a bit unfair there. And there's also a few other things as well, such as on the offside as well. I'll talk about that later. But anyways, that's pretty much my ideas at the moment. If you guys want to take them. Anyways, guys, be right back. Hope you guys enjoyed the YouTube video and have a nice night.